Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of PaperRenee.com. Today we're going to be making this birthday card using a faux metal technique. Let's get started. Okay, what we're going to do first is we are going to make this faux metal piece. And I'm going to use this stamp here from Imaginess, one of their Snag 'em stamps, birthday bash collection. And it just says happy birthday to you. It's a cute little stamp. And I've just got a plain piece of white cardstock, and here's just some computer paper to kind of catch the mess I'm going to make. And what you're going to need is Versamark ink and silver embossing powder. So the first thing you need to do is just ink up a section of this paper with your Versamark. Cover it with the silver embossing powder. And then just melt it on there. Okay, we're going to let that cool off a little bit. Just making sure, okay, just making sure my stamp will fit on there. Let it cool off in just a little bit so it'll dry, so I won't smear it whenever I put another layer on. We're going to end up putting like 4 layers of this embossing powder on here, and then we are going to put the stamp in it, which is exactly the opposite of regular embossing. Whenever you put embossing, you put the ink on your stamp, stamp the image, then put it on the paper. And that's how it's embossed. Alright, let's do another layer. This is layer number 3. I've tried it with white and with silver both, and it's an incredible looking technique. I think I'm going to start using it more often because it just looks so cool. Plus, I'll be honest, I like embossing powder. I love to watch things melt. I don't know what that says about me, but I do like it. I really wish you could see this. It's really looking like it's a thick layer of just silver metal. It's so cool looking. Okay, well that is cooling off a little bit. I am going to put my stamp on a block, which here, and I'm going to go ahead and ink my stamp up. Now it's important to select a stamp that is really the grooves in it are really deep. A lot of the wood-mounted rubber stamps is really good for this project. These clear stamps work pretty well too, but you just have to be careful. I've tried it on a couple that were not as detailed, and it just didn't really work very well. Okay, I inked up my stamp in readiness for this, and then I've just inked up my paper for the 4th time. And the reason why I did that, went ahead and did the stamp, is because as soon as this melts, you have to be really quick and put the stamp in the wet embossing powder. You need to do it while it's really wet, and so it will take its shape. And I usually go ahead and just make sure it's good and hot and good and melted like that, and then you can immediately put your stamp down into it and hold it down. I like to hold it till it cools off, so it will set the image in there. Kind of make sure that your pressure is evenly spaced over the whole stamp, so part of it will not be embedded more than the other. And then there's always a moment of truth. I've done this a few times, and once in a while you pull it off and it's like, oh, that just is not what I wanted. And then, but the other times it's been really cool. So let's see what we get when we do it this time. I think we're ready. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Can you see how it is embossed into the paper? That really looks cool. Okay, I'm going to let this cool off some more, and then we'll move on to the next part of the card. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my image out using some really sharp scissors. Okay, there's our little cut out happy birthday to you. Let's put the card together. I'm going to make a square card that will be 4 1/4, which will fit into a standard size envelope, so it will not require extra postage. This paper is 8 1/2 by 4 1/4, scored in half. And the first thing we do is use just a 4-inch square of this blue cardstock, kind of a light colored blue, and I'm going to attach it. The rest of the card is going to be pretty simple after spending a lot of time on the metal, faux metal part of this. I'm going to put it this way, kind of off to the side, but leaving a little bit of the brown showing. Okay. And then I'm going to use this piece of paper. It is from the Basic Gray Cupcake Collection, which is really cute. It's got lots of birthday papers, like ice cream cones and balloons and that kind of thing. It's cute. It's really cute. And we're going to put this on here a little bit off center, down a little bit, like that. We're going to take this red piece right here, and we're going to kind of put it like that. I'm going to cut some of it off. It's a little long. Well, actually, I think I'll put it on and then cut it off. It's my big dog barking in the background. He hears my husband coming home from work, so I really need to get this done, because he'll probably want his dinner, which is cooking. To be fair, it's in the crock pot. Okay, so I'm going to cut that excess off right there. There we go. And we're going to put this little guy right here on the front, just like that. And there we go, right like that. Okay, now the last thing I want to do to finish this up will be to add some these star brads, which I think look really birthday-ish. Looking for a pencil here. And we'll put one about right there, and one about right there, and one kind of in the middle. I'm marking this with a pencil so I can come in with my hole punch, and they'll be sort of evenly spaced. 2, 3. I'm just going to put these in. Okay, I got all the brads in, and there's the finished card. I hope you enjoyed this technique and try faux metal for yourself. Thanks for watching and have a great week. Bye!